It is an age when gods live among mortal kind and rule them as mystical and powerful beings. Some command fear, others respect and awe, but all gods require mortal worship to maintain their power. Mortals, however, have grown diverse. Their beliefs and desires are myriad. As the number of gods have swelled, there are fewer mortals faithful for each one. Fear is rising that the gods are growing weaker, and only those who can maintain worshippers will survive. As tensions rise between the pantheons, Zeus, king of Olympus, has prepared an army against the worst. For now, there is an uneasy peace. But peace is not desired by all. Asgard, home of the Norse gods, and the beginning of the end. The great black wolf Fenrir hung from the ceiling, bound by powerful chains. He sensed a presence approaching. Looking up, he recognized his sister, Hel, coming out of the shadows and standing before him. She was holding a large cudgel in her hand. Hel said she was seeking balance, and that she came to him with a gift. Then, with the use of the magic cudgel, she immediately smashed the chain binding Fenrir. Fenrir struggled to get free, but several more chains kept the monster subdued. Hel said that it was not yet time for him to be set loose. With burning rage, he asked how long he had to wait. Walking off, she said that it had already begun. Off the coast of Olympia, a volcano was continually spewing lava, and several humans worked together to take down a statue of Hades. Once the statue crashed and crumbled on the ground, the Egyptian god Anubis walked out of a temple and approached them. Anubis spoke to them, saying that they shouldn't fear their demise, for he will guide their souls safely beyond the veil. The people eagerly worshipped Anubis, presenting offerings and happily accepting their imminent doom. Just then, a strong and dark voice interrupted. Hades arrived and asked why his worshippers are bowing before Anubis. Anubis accused Hades for ignoring his worshippers when they called him. Hades said Anubis had no right letting them break his idols and reaping their souls. But Anubis said he simply responded after hearing their unanswered cries. Hades angrily demanded the return of his worshippers, but Anubis said he can't return what he didn't take. He then accused Hades for being negligent. Hades attacked and Anubis retaliated. A battle between the king of the underworld and the god of death began. They traded blows with their magical staves, but neither had the upper hand. The earth shook as the two gods clashed, when suddenly lightning struck the ground between them, halting their fight. Between them, Zeus appeared floating in the sky. With absolute authority, Zeus demanded the end of the conflict. As Hades explained their dilemma, Anubis bowed, and then tried justifying his reason for being in foreign land. Zeus commanded Anubis to accompany him to Olympus, where they would await Ra. Ra was Anubis' king, and therefore Ra would be the one to pass judgment on him. Zeus then turned to Hades and instructed him to take care of the humans. With a flash of lightning, Zeus and Anubis vanished. Hades scowled as he reaped the souls of the humans around him. On Mount Olympus, capital of Olympia, two of Zeus's offspring were sparring. Athena and Ares showed off their battle skills in the arena. Athena made clever use of a shield, blocking Ares' ferocious sword swings. He mocked her for cowering behind it. Athena threw a spear at him, which he expertly caught midair with his shield arm. He victoriously gloated that she had made an fatal error of parting with her weapon. Except she didn't part with it. The fake weapon faded into nothingness as she attacked him with his guard down. The two siblings stayed their weapons before impact. They stood frozen, but continued jesting each other. Zeus walked up to them while applauding at the brawl he had just witnessed. He complimented Athena for her skill and grace, and admonished Ares that he'd never be Athena's equal if he stayed as crude and slow as he was. He then dismissed Ares so that he could speak with Athena in private. Ares left, but Athena attested for his fighting prowess. Zeus remarked that Ares had too much fury for his own good. Zeus asked if she had the Olympian army ready and on standby. Athena nodded, but she didn't know why. Zeus said he stopped the battle between Hades and Anubis earlier. His fears were becoming true. He believed the pantheons grew too large, and there were too few worshippers to sustain them. He predicted war. Zeus planned for Ares to guard Anubis until Ra arrived that evening. He hoped the matter would be resolved without inciting war, but he feared it was too late. That night, Hades and Zeus walked towards the throne room of Olympus. They quarreled about their worshippers, and how each of them had been ignoring them. Zeus told Hades that the worshippers were abandoned, and reminded him that the worshippers were the source of their power. The gods and humans served each other in that way. Zeus said there may come a time when he himself couldn't intervene when a god from another pantheon comes to claim more worshippers. Hades suggested retaliating against those pantheons. Zeus sat down on his throne and said that war was not the solution. He would need to meet the leaders of the other pantheons to create borders and rules and ways to enforce them. Disapprovingly, Hades remarked that they should remind everyone of their strength, and then left Zeus to ponder on the situation. After a few moments of silence, a hooded stranger walked into the throne room wielding a dagger. Zeus, angered by the stranger's audacity to threaten him, summoned a bolt of lightning and threw it. Suddenly, another hooded stranger appeared and deflected the lightning with a great volume of water. Zeus asked if they thought they could win by outnumbering him. But then a third person spoke from behind Zeus, saying they didn't plan on outnumbering him, only creating balance, and then attacked him with dark magic. A fight between the three strangers and Zeus broke out. The battle ended when a dagger pierced Zeus's chest. The next morning, Hades and Ares found Zeus dead in the throne room. Athena emerged and immediately accused Hades for Zeus's murder. Hades denied it, saying that Zeus was his brother, regardless of their disagreements. Athena knelt down at her father's body and demanded that Hades release Zeus's soul from the underworld. Hades said he would if he had it, but some other god of the underworld had claimed it. Athena asked who. That's when Ares said that Anubis was gone. Athena asked why he didn't do his duty watching Anubis. Ares said he was no watchman, he was a warrior. Hades said they can't change what has been done to Zeus, but they can retaliate. As the oldest brother, Hades claimed the title of King of Olympus for himself. Athena protested, but Hades said there was no time for protests. He asked her to marshal the army against the Egyptian pantheon. Athena refused, explaining that Zeus wouldn't want that to happen. Without hesitation, Hades then gave Ares command of the armies of Olympia, asking if he was willing to avenge Zeus. Ares determinedly agreed. Ares led the Olympian army into war as they rallied after hearing of the death of their king god. Hades anticipated the Asgardians to mourn Zeus's death, but may also use it as a window of attack. He expected the Jade Emperor to do something similar. Hades then thought about the Kingdom of the Sun. Once the army were to arrive in Egypt, he would demand them to hand over Anubis, or their army will lay siege on their city. Ra stood in his temple, overlooking the Olympian army outside his city walls. He crumpled the scroll containing the terrible news and Hades' demands. He turned to Anubis and demanded the truth from him. Anubis claimed to be innocent. He had merely fled. He asked if Ra was going to hand him to the Olympians. Ra said he wouldn't abandon him. Athena watched as the Olympian army attacked the Egyptian city and lamented that Zeus would have hated to see this happen. Mercury asked what she was going to do about it. Athena resolved to find the truth. Hades sat on the throne of Olympus while a hooded figure stood beside him. The figure said they completed their work. Now that Hades has obtained the throne, they would like to have the thunderbolt that was promised. Hades was surprised they didn't claim it and wondered who would have taken it. The hooded figure correctly assumed that only one could have stolen from them: Loki.